This is Joe again with another movie review, and to continue my theme of doing the classic Universal monster films. I'm going to be discussing the classic 1935 film, Bride of Frankenstein. It stars almost the same cast of characters as they were in the original film, with one exception: they hired a different actress to play Dr. Frankenstein's wife, Elizabeth, in this one. But the cast is pretty much the same thing. They hired a couple of new actors, a new character. They had Dr. Victorious, and they had Great Fry was again playing a different character in this one as well. This one took place 4 years after the original film. Universal pressured director James Whale to do a movie a lot earlier, after the box office receipts came in for the original film, and because the original Frankenstein movie was pretty much a huge success for Universal, but he wanted to do The Invisible Man, which he just did a review for. So now he was doing Bride of Frankenstein. He had complete control over the film, except he wanted to hire a silent screen actress originally to play the bride, but he had the wife of, I forgot who she was the wife of, but she ended up getting Elsa Lanchester in there. And the movie does start off kind of weird because it has like a little prologue with Mary Shelley, her husband, and Lord Byron discussing the novel she wrote. And then she does the rest of the movie. She tells the story about how she continued this story. And of course it picks up right where the last one left off. And this one has the unbelievably annoying actress Erna O'Connor, who is like the worst actress ever in horror movies ever. And when she's even she is so bad, she even makes those dumb blondes in the Friday the 13th movies look good. That's how bad she is. She has these annoying scream in the way she acts. And she almost wears almost the same outfits as she wore when she was in The Invisible Man. Anyways, they found out that the monster was still alive, survived the fire in the windmill, and he was terrorizing the countryside. And he does get caught, but he escapes. And when the monster was captured, he does escape, and he finds homage for this blind hermit. And he stays with him for a while, and then he ends up talking. The monster ends up talking. And that's one of the things that Boris Karloff did not want to do. He did not want to have the monster talk, but he talked anyway. And then after some hunters came in and hunted him down, and he did get hunted. Well, I got a little bit mixed up there. He does get captured after the segment with the lion hermit. And of course he does escape, and he happens to find Dr. Pretorius in his grave, grave robbing. And he says, "Oh, it'll be good for to help me out." And he wanted Dr. Frankenstein to help him out with creating a woman for the monster that he created. And Frankenstein says, "No, I don't want to do it anymore. It cost me too much. It cost me my life. I don't want to do it." And then when he convinced him with the monster, convinced him to create a woman, and that's what they eventually did. Unfortunately, you don't see the bride till about maybe like the last 5 minutes, if that, in the end of the film, and she rejected the monster as well. Even though Elsa Lanchester, as they said, played the bride as well as Mary Shelley. So in the beginning you hear her voice and everything else, but in the end she just goes she does those screeches. And she just looks around kind of like a robot or a mime almost. Goes like this. Moves like this. She moves her head like that. And she rejects the monster, and the monster says she hates me like all the others. And and he got mad at Dr. Pretorius, and then Frankenstein comes, and he thought that the monster was going to kill him too, and he says, "No, you go, we stay, we belong dead." And then he throws a lever which blows up the whole lab with the monster, the bride, and Dr. Pretorius in it, and that's how pretty much how the movie ends. But this movie, the Bride of Frankenstein, even though they had a lot of campy humor, especially the bit with the blind hermit, and of course with Una O'Connor in it. And of course, there's one line in this film that, by today's standards, would draw a huge stink, especially for the homosexual community. When Dr. Pretorius first comes to Frankenstein's house, and Minnie, the Una O'Connor character, comes in and introduces him to Dr. Frankenstein and his wife, and says, "Oh, what?" And his wife wants to know, what does he look like? And she says, "He's a queer-looking gentleman." Because she used the word queer. And of course, nowadays, naturally, everything's made to be politically correct. If the movie was made today and had that line in it, naturally, like I said, the gay community would make a stink over it. But 1931, then, you don't think of things like that. Even in the early 80s, you don't think of things like that, or a line like that. In any movie, what the context is. But of course, when they made The Bride, actually, like he says, he was only on screen for maybe a couple of minutes, which is a real shame for a horrible. And again, this movie is only about an hour and 15 minutes long, and when she rejects the monster, the Morris Call character, she actually, of course, Frankenstein, the monster himself, went nuts, and like I said, it blows up the whole thing. But it's really interesting how they catch the monster. He escapes again. Of course, what I should have said in my Frankenstein review is that the Frankenstein movies were really the movies that set the trend. At least the first two films really set the trend on the stereotypical moment where all the villagers come out attacking the monster with torches and pitchforks and guns and rifles and anything else. When the first movie set that trend, going after the monster with the pitchforks and everything else, which has been almost in a lot of the Universal monster films. Some of them I've already reviewed, like The Vampire Band and these films, plus the next film in the Frankenstein movie series, which is The Son of Frankenstein. Same thing. You have the villagers with the stereotypical moment with the pitchforks and the torches and everything else. Even got to a point where everything was spoofed on men with children as well. When Al Bundy does the whole thing, causes a black on the neighborhood, and they wanted to lynch him with torture with pitchforks and torches. But in terms of with Bride of Frankenstein, it is what many movie critics, movie reviewers, especially here on the YouTube critics and everywhere else, considers this to be the best of the Frankenstein films. I watched the movie and I do enjoy the film, but like I said earlier, it's disappointing to see The Bride only for a few minutes, and not only that, but The Bride was never brought up again in any other Frankenstein film again. Which, looking back, I always wonder what was that, why was that decision made to cut The Bride out? Maybe because The Bride didn't do very much. To tell you the truth, even though over the years I've seen people get dressed up, especially since I'm in New York City. We have the parade, the Halloween parade for Greenwich Village, which is one of the largest, not the oldest parade, but it's one of the most famous Halloween parade. Going up 6th Avenue in New York City, and you do always get to see people dressed up as Frankenstein, or the Frankenstein monster, and the Bride of Frankenstein. You always see these two people, or there's a married couple, or a brother and sister, or something, or a boyfriend and girlfriend. dressed up as the Frankenstein monster and Bride of Frankenstein even to this day. Even though it was the only movie we actually do see the bride was in this particular film. But like I said, it is an enjoyable film. It's still watchable, and still, like I said earlier, still considered the best movie of the whole Frankenstein. Sorry about that, stupid motorcycles. Still considered to be the best of the Frankenstein monster movie series. I don't know why. I feel the first one is the best one, and this one, of course, is a close second. It's like almost a tie, in my opinion. But which one was better? The first one was to me. I like the first one better because it set the trend, obviously. But the second one was more like a parody of some scenes. It's more lighter, especially with the monster talk and the scenes with the flying hermit and O'Connor. She is had to be the worst actress to ever appear in horror films. I don't know why Universal used her in these two films. I don't know if she was in any other horror film. If she was in any other film other than The Invisible Man and Bride of Frankenstein, please write in the comment below and let me know so maybe I can find this movie on YouTube or something and watch it. So that's my review of Bride of Frankenstein. Please feel free to comment. Please like the video, feel free to comment. Please subscribe to my channel and please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. Thanks for watching and please catch my other videos. Catch you next time.